Well, the swinging 60s really started around 64. Marianne Faithful with As Tears Go By, everybody's going, wow, I want to shag that. Unfortunately, she did shag a lot of them, but bless her. Darling, you've never had sex with me. I said, no, I'm not going to. And then we had the office at the Mayfair Hotel where she managed to shag Brian in the afternoon. Keith came for the evening. And then Mick rings up and says, I'm coming over to see Marianne. Keith, you better leave quick, Mick's coming. And Mick walks through one door as Keith goes out, and I go, fuck, there's one of those Keith's shoes. And that's how she made her reputation, when she managed to shag 3 of them in 36 hours. But she was fabulous, but darling. And she tells the lovely Roy Orbison story. She'd been on tour with Roy. And it's the end of the tour. They got one, this is their last night, and they're in the hotel. And she said, I just went to bed, I was exhausted. And suddenly, at the end of the bed, is Roy. And I say, oh, hello, Roy. Have you come for your end of term fuck? Tour, end of tour fuck. And he says, yes. She said, well, you better get on with it then, haven't you? She said, I threw the cover aside, and I'm naked, and he got on. So I only asked her one question. Did he take his glasses off? And she said, no. And Andrew had this record by Nico. He'd got off of Brian. I'm Not Saying. Okay. And she comes into the office and she goes...
Brian Epstein? Or?
No, Brian Jones.
Brian Jones, okay.
This vision, this was like the real Marianne. Nico. Beautiful blonde hair, great face. Let's do some Charlie. She said, I'm going to have you tonight. I said, oh, you really okay? She fucking did and all. And it was like, it was another door opening, because here was a woman, fairly successful, saying she was going to have my body tonight, not me saying, oh, I want to get you into bed, or, you know. And it was round the other way, and it was quite an eye-opener. She went on in the Velvet Underground, and then, unfortunately, she topped herself. Great loss. Lovely woman. I mean, fabulous. A real, you know, there's people you meet in life and you learn so much from in a very short space of time. She was one of those. A very special woman.
Every day